on to the top four of the online World Cup, and this is Sweden versus Greece. And with me today, I have the magnificent, handsome Dan.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are ready for some World Cup action. Probably just fresh off of tuning into the Madrid Grand Prix.
Yeah, Sweden is in a dire position now. The aggro unicorn has failed us. We lost the first game.
Uh-oh.
So if Scorpion King clinches this game, that's it for Sweden. Sweden is out. We don't
Yeah,
want to.
so this is a definitely a must-win situation, but legostreck, he did pretty well the last time I saw him play. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, he didn't have to play Knicks last week because Sweden were already 2-0 by the time that game came up.
Yeah, it's fortunate.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think Crane has a very decent match against Scorpion for sure. It's going to come down a lot to guests, and for the Scorpion player, it's going to come down to noble sacrifices and Cloud of Mind to deal with the guest. I guess Kachiko is okay as well.
Yeah, Kashiko is definitely a pretty impactful card in this matchup, I would say. But yeah, I guess we can take a look at the deck list real quick. So on the Crane list, it is pretty standard stuff. Dragon Splash here, Secret Fire, I think he's on, right? Yeah, he's on Secret Fire.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have access to the double Feast or Famine Magistrate Station combo, and since Feast or Famine is not restricted yet, he's gone 3x Mirror Modus Fury.
Always a very good card, I find.
One thing of note, actually, is that he has 3x Tengu Sensei too.
Yeah, that's.
So no Hutaru actually. Yeah, he replaced Hutaru with Tengu Sensei.
I guess that's interesting. It's a way to deal with like catchicles that's already entered play. I guess, like if you don't have access to something sufficiently big enough, you just convert the catchicle on political, and then it does nothing for that round.
And also, we only see 2 Fumiki, 2 Political Rival, and 3 Steward Loss. No Menacing Iron Warrior here. That's normally a sort of a staple for Crane.
I've found like Menacing Iron Warrior has pretty much been replaced by Fumiki in the conflict deck.
Yeah, that's fair. It's still a very powerful effect.
Yeah, but it's much less good against clans that aren't Lion.
Yes. So on the Scorpion side, it is pretty standard overall. He is 3x Aramoro, and also some blackmail artists going on here. And then on the conflict side, actually, he's a little thin on conflict characters, instead opting to go with more attachment. He's got katanas and fans, and he also has 2x above question.
And yeah, and I think in this deck, the extra above questions are basically to put on opponents' characters so they can't like pump them and win conflicts that way, which is an interesting use of the card, I think. And the game has actually started if you haven't swapped over to.
Yeah.
Right, so we see a Doji Whisperer and a pass from the Crane player, and a Bayushi Liar and a Soshi Illusionist from the Scorpion player. And both players do a 5-bid, as you would assume.
Yeah, legostreck actually going to get the card advantage here because he's got the Storehouse, so he can crack that whenever. Oh, Peasant's Advice. So punished for not using the Storehouse. Because now he's going to be able to shuffle it away before he... Oh no, actually, what?
Guest of Honor. Yeah, okay. Makes sense, because then, like, next turn, he can't just dump Guest of Honor with a million fate. Which is usually how Crane deals with Scorpion. Buy Guest of Honor and then just forfeit it and have it stick around for the rest of the game.
So definitely seen some spiciness from that Peasant's Advice already. It's a card that is sort of people look at it 2 ways, I guess. People think it's either too expensive or good enough. But definitely has some uses in some situations, and this is one in particular.
I definitely find that it's good enough, in my opinion, because well, I basically only play it out of Scorpion, and I use it to mostly find a safe dragon province to attack because you don't want to hit restorations.
Yeah, and I mean it does a lot of so like just in a vacuum, the card does a lot of things that are useful. It scouts, it gets rid of some potentially devastating holdings. So
Yeah, I think like if you have access to sabotage, you probably should play sabotage instead. But it's not a bad card. I don't think Peasant's Advice is a bad card. I think it's a decent like one-off in most decks. But especially clans that can deal with getting dishonored well,
yeah,
like Crane with Soul Beyond Reproach, or like any air roll clan basically, or Scorpion with Kyuden Bayushi, just ready the guy. It has uses for sure.
yeah, absolutely. So meanwhile, we see an Earth conflict here. It's unopposed, going at Manicure Guard. We're gonna see a Fury here to cancel so the bow the Bayushi Liar so it doesn't go off.
Yeah, and that's it for that conflict. Pass, and we get to see Crane attack. I think. Do you hold back the Whisper here if the illusionists go for military and like with a Banzai to break? Like,
I think you can. I mean, I think like at some point you need to attack and scout, but I would probably just pass here. I think we're gonna see it pass because it's too risky for him.
I don't know. It looks like he's about to attack. Wait, military? Is it a military with Whisperer? Have I?
I mean, I guess he wants to avoid running into upholding authority if that happens.
Huh. Intriguing. Yes, that makes sense. Avoiding upholding authority, it means he has probably a bunch of valuable duplicates in his hand of, like, I guess for Shame, Fury, what more could be really important? Voice of Honor? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Scorpion does not defend this conflict. I think that's just smart because the Crane player is forced to play something in order to have a
We're gonna see
presence.
the bonds like come out here. Might see a 4G to cancel it.
Yeah. Nope.
No, nothing. But I guess assassinate's also another possibility.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's Way of the Scorpion. So he's now preventing the break at least. I think the Scorpion player is okay with this. Is the Crane player okay with this? He will actually reverse the card advantage if he just passes this one out. Oh, a katana. That's really pushing this conflict, if I'm completely honest. I'm guessing.
Yeah, we could see an assassinate here, and that would be pretty big value, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's a low value katana no matter what, because that character is going to go away. Obviously,
so collector.
And the collector is probably going to get rid of that katana with his action.
Yeah, that'll drop him out of breaking range.
Yeah. At least
pass from Lego.
At least this forced the Scorpion to expend all of his resources for this round. Like he can't even get rid of the dishonor on the illusionist anymore.
Yeah, we see a bonsai come out here, so now he can go ahead and remove the dishonor status from the Whisperer, and he'll actually be winning the conflict.
Yeah, but he has also lost the card advantage doing that. I think the Crane is sort of okay with this. Yeah, if he actually gets rid of this katana, I think the Crane player is basically okay with this turn of events. The Crane player, of course, has to be a bit careful here because he's already starting to slide down on the honor He's already down to 9, and we all know what happens against Scorpion. It's just a slow race to the bottom, and then suddenly someone is dishonored.
Yeah, so legostreck right now taking his time, thinking about what he wants to do here. If I was him, like we said, he'd probably just pass.
Yeah.
I think you don't want to put too much more into this conflict. You're already winning right now, so you might as well just go ahead and take the...
Yeah. The thing is, if he plays something like Way of the Crane here, he basically stops the Scorpion player from winning altogether, but I don't think getting rid of this dishonor by like the Scorpion player. Yeah, okay, so he does pass, and the Collector... No, he actually didn't pass. He used the Storehouse just to waste an action, and then the Collector discards the Katana. Would you put down another Katana here if you had it? I think that's definitely overreaching, because you don't have that much military reach as Crane.
Yeah, that's a waste of a Katana at that point, I think. So I would probably just let it go here.
Yeah. Earthring is so important in this type of matchup, because it's sort of like it can put on the choke on the opponent quite quickly if you just start to gain like basically a double card advantage each turn. It will be interesting to see. Right, so the Scorpion has already expended a Banzai here. Oh, that's a Steward.
Puts it down with no fade too.
Makes some sense. I think he's still a little bit afraid of assassination. Alright, so that's no Forged Edict as well, and that's Sacred Cache breaking, and that's Shouju gone. That's the Earth Ring to reverse the card advantage again. Wow, that's...
Yeah, and he hits away the Scorpion with that Earth Ring, so that's pretty good there. Obviously, he couldn't edict that for shame because the Steward Law was there. So.
Oh yeah, that's correct.
Yes, don't forget. Don't be like Yakub.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that Steward of the Law actually has an ability besides just being a good one-drop conflict character. Oh, and we see Scorpion player pass here. I think he's somewhat afraid of just the Crane player having more control here and shutting him out, like gaining the favor here as well, if he attacked.
Yeah. I think what that also says is that he probably doesn't actually have a Forged Edict here, because otherwise he would be... I guess he would feel more comfortable attacking into a province, since he could go ahead and cancel the Fury if that happened, but... actually, also his illusionist doesn't have any military strength, so there's that.
Oh yeah. If he doesn't actually have another Banzai in his hand, and he's already down to 5. Ooh.
And also, there's this threat too. So, so political rival is just going to go over past this illusionist. This might be a second break here, depending on what he hits.
Yeah. I don't even think you're too mad about hitting upholding at this point.
Yeah, with your hand size this small, you might as well go ahead and hit it.
Oh, and hits it. Wow.
The defense passes the Void Ring, so he's going to be able to remove the fate from this illusionist.
Oh, that's actually a really strong start for the Crane player.
Yeah, this is about the best thing he could possibly have asked for so far.
Yeah, about as good as you could get. That's a rocket start, to be honest. The Scorpion player is going to have a card advantage going into next round.
Sure, but as the Crane player, you already have 2 breaks. You already broke Upholding Authority. I think that's like the best thing you could possibly.
He did get to discard double court games, though. I'm a bit surprised he didn't expend the court games. Just to have the political rival honored.
Yeah, you might as well at that point. You can turn your Voice of Honor on too. So maybe slight misplay there from legostreck. We'll see if that ends up costing him next turn.
Or maybe he's okay with him discarding the court games and wanted like really to keep the other cards, find them more valuable, and sort of like keep the court games to bait him in to get rid of them. I don't know. That's maybe thinking too much into it. Like you can see now, the while the board advantage is firmly in the Crane player's hand, we do see that there's 6-3 cards. Like, the Scorpion player is up 3 cards in card. Oh, Yoshi.
Yoshi actually showing up on time for once.
Oh, wow. That definitely is going to turn around the card advantage, I guess. Is there a Shugenya he could play? Oh, okay, so
Yes,
there's
you
a
could buy
Shugenya.
Aoi if you wanted.
Yeah, so legostreck is going to take the safe way here, as you would probably against Scorpion. I imagine he's going to play Callow Delegate here with 0 Fate as well, and maybe even the Artisan with 1 Fate on it or 0 Fate. I probably would get out the Callow Delegate here.
He goes for the Savvy Politician instead. I mean, we do know that he had, or did he?
No, he's first player now, so Savvy Politician was first action, and then the Manipulator is the buy from Scorpion player, so I think you probably play Callow Delegate 0 Fate here as the Crane player. Yeah. Alright, so the Scorpion does take this chance and gain Fate advantage here.
We don't see him buy the Aoi. I guess he wants to go ahead and get the Fate, but that also means that he's not going to be able to play Cloud.
There's nothing you really want to cloud here, though. Like, the political rival hurts for sure, but this play also seems to suggest that Scorpion King does have a Fate Worse Than Death in his hand.
Yeah, I guess since there was no Yoshi buy, then Cloud becomes less necessary in the situations.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see the Scorpion player push quite hard for getting rid of this Yoshi, unless he's certain he can get the favor. Like, if the Crane player can dump Yoshi with, like, a bunch of Fate for next turn, I think this is going to be a very bad game for the Scorpion player. Oh, Forged Edict for the Way of the Crane. As you would expect.
I think it's a fair trade there.
Yeah. Right, a Finger of Jade on the political rival. He is also afraid of the Fate Worse Than Death here, which you would be, for sure. Would you even attack here? I guess you do. What can you hit? You can hit Shameful and you can hit Manicured. Oh, both are actually pretty bad.
Yeah, both are not great. Obviously, you'd prefer the Manicured in the situation.
Yeah. Are we going to see...
He's going to go ahead and go in.
Are we going to see something good here? Shameful. I think, like, Shameful is probably really what you wanted to hit last turn when you were going instead of upholding authority. If you could have broken Shameful then, ooh, that would have been a fantastic turn for the Crane player. But this is okay, I guess, if you can actually push this conflict. The Scorpion only has access to 1 more Forged here, unless he starts dropping, like, characters from hand and stuff, because yeah, there's just not enough courtiers on the table.
Yeah, that is true. I guess if he has an attachment, he can put on the Collector and sort of refresh it.
That would be interesting.
Use.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool play, and it's just you can just see how good Scorpion is in general. Like, oh, okay. I think so he's actually going to try and do that. I think, both because
yeah, probably not right this second, but I think later on down the turn.
All right, would you eat the Shameful trigger with Finger of Jade here?
I think no, because I don't think it really matters that much if this rival gets dishonored.
Well, there's the Noble Sack, and also allowing the trigger to go off means that the Collector is then winning this conflict if you don't play another card. Because the Collector will actually be at 4 political against the rival's 3. Right. Now it's interesting. Do you even trigger Shameful here as the Scorpion player?
Well, I think you I think you have to go ahead and try for it because it gives you the win for the conflict. Okay, there's a 4 shame that comes down.
All right, so he's trying to bait Finger of Jade triggers. Like, if you're gonna double for shame this, that's expensive.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. He discarded the finger jade.
all right.
That's
Now we're gonna see the Fate Western Death 100%. Like, there's just no other way. That's exactly what's going to go down here. Then you save the Shameful Display trigger as well for the second conflict. Yeah, that's it. That is going to be the Scorpion player winning this conflict, most likely.
yeah. There is the one Accenture for the crane here, but it doesn't look like he has it right now. Only
No,
6 cards in hand.
I think you still let that for shame go off, even if you have like the censure in your hand.
Oh, he's gonna go ahead and shameful here. Okay.
All right, so that says to me that he doesn't actually have Fate Worse Than Death. That he just wanted to get the display trigger off. And I think he's also pretty safe in the way that he knows that he's discarded 2 court games from the Crane player. That he probably thinks like, oh, there's no way he gonna debuff my collector without using a much more valuable card in court games. Alright, so just to see how like interesting Scorpion matchup is. So the Scorpion player has actually expended 6 cards, and the Crane player has expended 6, 7, 8, 9 cards, and the Scorpion player is up 4 cards.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, he already got the extra draw from the manipulator for 1, and he had a second extra draw from Secret Cat.
Yeah, and also like we don't see so the Crane player has 1 conflict card in play, the political rival, and we also have the collector in play from the Scorpion player. So there's just so much free card advantage the Scorpion player gets all the time, because the cards the Scorpion has are so efficient at what they do.
We see a let go come down on the ornate fan, which means that the collector's now in range for crane.
That's true. Yeah, and that will result in a break if we don't see like a court games from the Scorpion player here or another fan.
Yeah, either court games is gonna have to come out, or we're gonna have to see Rudo use some of the other more expensive options to deal with this
Oh yeah.
rival.
Also, this does mean though that 1 let go is expended, 1 of 2 let goes is expended. So this probably means that clouds are going to be online pretty much the entire game. That's an expensive let go to try and win. Oh, there we see the Cunning Magistrate. I think you just save the Shizuka Toshi here, right?
Yeah, you might as well just go ahead and save it for later. All the characters that Rudo has on the board right now are 2 or less political, so
Yeah, and
any political attack that he makes, you might as well just go ahead and save it.
yeah, and you can just defend militarily against the manipulator with Sever Politician and force the Scorpion player to play at least 1 card, and then you can just go attack with Cal of Delegate and you have a free ring. Yeah, I don't think you're too sad about this as the Crane player. You don't necessarily like it, but you're not too sad about it either.
So Shameful is saved, which is fortunate for Rudo.
Oh yeah, for sure. What does he run on his Stronghold? What's the Scorpion player run on his Stronghold?
He had rally.
Okay. And hello to you, Arash, in chat.
So most likely, I think Rudo's probably just gonna. Oh no, he's actually gonna make an attack here.
Oh yeah, I think you want the you want to threaten the Water Ring here, because then you can ready like the Cunning Magistrate or whatever. You also gain an extra fate. Does he run any of the 2-cost conflict characters besides Collector, like the
No.
repeatable one?
He only has 5 conflict characters, so it's Cunning, Collector, and Kachiko.
Alright, and 1 Collector, 2 Collector, Two
Two
Kachi.
Collector, one Kachiko, two Mad, two Kana.
Okay, fair enough. So we are going to see the defense with Savvy Politician here. This does force like something, a katana, a bonsai, whatever from the Scorpion player in order to win this conflict.
Yeah, and we already saw one Bonsai come out.
Oh yeah, but he has drawn like a fair amount of cards since then, so it's not too outrageous to suggest that he would have a bonsai or a katana to win this. In fact, I don't think he even makes this attack unless he has a katana or a bonsai. Alright, so first action is to gain the Faith from Manicured Gardens.
Yeah, he's already winning the conflict. Might as well just go ahead and burn an action.
Oh yeah.
Above Question comes out on the Savvy Politician. So this is what we were talking about earlier. Above Question is a very useful control tool where you can stick it on your opponent's characters, and then they can't actually buff them with any kind of events. Now, Way the Crane can't even come out on the Savvy Politician.
Yeah. Now you have to do firing in order to get use out of Savvy. Oh, I mean, you could just use Callow Delegate when he leaves play and double honor Savvy and Political, but do you just let the Scorpion player win here and force him to defend when you go poke with Callow Delegate?
Yeah, it looks like that's what's going to happen right now. So he legostreck past her, so this will be able to restand the Cunning Magistrate.
Yeah, and this also means that he has to have a political buff if he's going to attack. Otherwise, this is just going to be a defending Cunning Magistrate. Then you just, I don't know. Do you go for? Yeah, definitely go for a ring that you don't want, that you want the opponent to defend against. See, I don't think you go air here. I think you go like.
You can just go ahead and Earth or Void, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So he's picking Earth right now.
Yeah, and this will force the Cunning Magistrate to defend because. What's he's gonna do? He's gonna attack and get bowed. Otherwise.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see the defense here. I think the Scorpion's actually fine with this though.
Oh yeah, the Scorpion doesn't really care, but it's also not bad for the Crane. So it's 1 against 2. Do you think we're gonna see? So 2 Way of the Scorpions are gone. I think a Bonsai here could potentially break.
Yeah, we've already seen one and also a Katana come out for legostreck. He does still have conflict characters in hand, or not in his deck rather, not in hand.
Yeah.
So anything could drop in.
Yeah.
Here. Okay, there's a Bonsai.
Bonsai. So does this get cancelled? Is the big question. Yeah, Forged Edict.
Second Forged Edict.
I think you're definitely happy with that. Right. So the problem here is that you do lose the favor. Like, that's just it. Like, the Scorpion player is going to grab the favor now. But I don't think you're too far behind here as Crane. You have a decent-ish board. And I guess you just pitched Yoshi and, like, try and find something more impactful.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're pretty close on breaks right now. I mean, you already have 2 broken. Unfortunately, one of the last ones that you need to break is Shameful, but Manicured Garden is also there, too.
Yeah, and you know that's Manicured Gardens now, so you just have to plan for it. No, why did you keep Yoshi?
Oh, you kept Yoshi, okay.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe you just wanted the stats.
Alright, that's actually a pretty bomb flop otherwise.
Yeah. And plus, he's sitting on 5 fate from that last turn, so he's gonna go up to 12. Buying Yoshi and just using him as a block of stats is.
I don't think you buy Yoshi here. I think you just buy Samurai.
Yeah, I mean
Samurai and
after
Challenger.
This, yes, for sure. You just go ahead and buy the rest of the stuff. But just going back to last turn, just his thought process for not discarding Yoshi.
Yeah, and you actually don't ever have to hit Shameful Display again. You can just go for... Alright, so Young Rumomonger is going to be annoying for the Brash Samurai, but hey, what can you do? We also do know that a voice is active right now for the Crane player. So that's going to be interesting. So Brash Samurai with 1 fate, completely fair. And we do see Sinister Soshi. So that's a Shugenian play, so Cloud and Mind can be played now. I think you play Challenger here with like Fate on, like a decent chunk of Fate on.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you have to start. Your other two characters are going to play this turn, so you might as well just go ahead and start trying to establish a board. Scorpion on the other side has a pretty decent board built up right now, so you need to be able to match.
Oh yeah. So what do you think? Challenger 3 Fate?
Looks like he goes for 2. That's fine.
I disagree somewhat because this is just a Fate Worse Than Death Void Ring.
Yeah, I mean, I guess right now you're sort of okay with that because you can protect yourself because you have that you have that voice online.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, if you have that much fate left over, I would just go ahead and play it with 3, unless that means that he has another political rival in his hand, and he wants to play that with fate.
Yeah, that's so expensive though.
It is expensive, but that's just justification for why not just play it with 3 fate?
Do you think the Scorpion player goes for the airing here, just for the fate? Yeah, this looks like a manipulator poke, right? So
Yeah. He's going void though, just to take that off the table. He has his 3/1 fate characters. Might as well just go ahead. He might be able to snipe that Brash Samurai in the process.
yeah. What do you defend here? Brass Samurai? Yeah, that's...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the honor is going to get moved, though. The honor is going to get moved to the political rival.
That's correct, yes. But it gives you a little more insurance for your Voice of Honor for this turn.
Oh, yeah. You definitely have Voice of Honor super online. How many censures does Scorpion King run?
He's on 0.
0 censures. Alright, so there's only 1 cancel left for the Scorpion player then. Oh, wow. That could be spicy.
So most likely this conflict is just going to go ahead and go through. It doesn't look like legostreck is looking to spend any cards on here. He's already spent 2 bonsais.
Yeah.
So he's kind of low on military pumps right now.
And the problem you can see here is like the Scorpion board is actually going to be pretty decent next turn, and he still has a Fate Equality going into that next turn as well. And that's a Fury. That's a very efficient card.
Yeah, so Fury's good here. I don't think that Ruda's going to have another cancel for that. Even if he did, I don't think he would spend.
Yeah, I don't think this conflict is that worth for him to push.
No. It was mostly just there as a poke, and just to take the Void Ring off the table. And if he actually got it off, then that would be obviously beneficial to him. But it looks like that's not going to be the case. But that's Fury number 2.
Do you go for Manicure Guardians here? You have to do that, right? Like, you have to go... Like, even if it means him getting, like, double Fate, up to 7 Fate, you have to go for the...
Oh, no, absolutely. I would definitely go for Manicure.
Would you go Air here just to equal out the Fate?
I think so. I don't think that any the other rings are super impactful right now. Fire Ring might be nice, and Earth Ring obviously in this matchup is always great. I think 2 Fate is kind of hard to pass up. You don't want Scorpion to get that much Fate back.
Yeah. If the Scorpion can trigger Manicured Guardians, Seeker of Air, and get the Air Ring after that, ooh, that is rough. Alright, so we do see.
He's selecting the Air Ring. He goes in with the Challenger. He's going to be able to pull somebody in here.
Oh, but that can get pulled out immediately by favorable grounds as well.
Yes.
I definitely think he's going to try and pull in the Cunning Magistrate. I think even the Cunning... if he has found like a way of the Scorpion here, I think he's going to try and play it. If he pulls in the Cunning Magistrate, I think he's definitely going to try and play Way of the Scorpion to like bait the Voice of Honor and then hit the Challenger with Fate Worse Than Death instead.
Yeah, we're about to see a defense here with the Young Rumor Monger.
I mean, Young Rumor Monger and Sinus Associate is up on stats for the Scorpion player. But I think you're okay losing this ring as Crane. Like, you won the first ring. Oh, Cloud of Mind. I'm okay with Challenger getting clouded, actually.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a whole lot better than getting something like I guess the Honor Cloud
Or Joshi.
or Yoshi. But for the time being, at least, it's a cloud that's gonna have value since she does have 2 fate on her, and it's gonna stick around for a while.
Yeah. And I think that's might be why it only was 2 Fate on the Challenger as well. Because he knew, like, alright, I can dump a bunch of Fate on the Challenger, but if it gets clouded, that's not really worth it. Like, he's expended a lot of, like, attachments already. A lot, I mean, a single fine katana and a finger of jade, so, But, you definitely, like, want to have, like, just... If you're gonna have a guy be blank, you just want that guy to have a bunch of stats, like, a just big stat block.
Yeah. Oh, we see a For Shame coming out, and he's actually gonna go with a bow here instead of going for the Dishonor.
And that means, I think, that the Scorpion player is just gonna pull out the Rumor Monger. I'm a bit surprised that... Oh, he doesn't even pull out. Huh. I'm a bit surprised that he just didn't use Sinister Social and try and bait a card out of the Crane player and then bow. Right?
I think he wants to save the Sinister Soshi for whenever this political rival is doing things.
Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense, but also... For Shame is a very good card. A very good control card.
Yeah, so right now Rudo actually can't do anything. I think he's just gonna sit back and defend.
I mean, he might...
Because...
I think he will attack and then just pull out.
Yes, but he has to attack something with water, I think. Otherwise, this political rival is just gonna walk in for free. Oh, he's going for fire.
Is that a noble sack I'm smelling? Wait, political? You just defend with Sever Politician, bow first action, right?
I don't think he even need to defend.
No, he does need because favor.
Let's see. Yeah. He can,
Rival?
he's gonna defend with the rival.
I don't agree with that. He use box. Yeah, okay. He remembers to use boxes at least.
It's very important for Crane. Cranes always forget to use their box.
Use box. Like usually, like Crane matches is like the chat just like use box, use box. I'm actually a bit scared of what might happen when Crane get a more directly impactful stronghold. Like, I'm not saying this stronghold is bad, because I don't think it's bad. It warps the game in a certain sense, but it's also less good than it could be. Do you... Oh yeah, you run into Manicured Gardens here, obviously.
Yeah, that's already been used, so it's blank province for this turn.
And it looks like you're going to grab Favor next turn. Do you buy Yoshi next turn? Like, he could still have clouds. Like, he runs 3 clouds, right?
I believe so. Let's see. Yes, 3 clouds.
Yeah, so this Sinister Shoshi is going to definitely be in play next turn. I mean, if you can randomly discard a cloud, I think you definitely slam down Yoshi with this Earth Ring, right? But if you don't, do you even invest that much in Yoshi?
I probably would not. I think it would be kind of scary. Like it's very scary to invest a lot of fate into characters against this type of deck.
Alright, let's see here. So, Sinister Soshi is going to lower this Politician down to 1, and then is 1-1 with that favorable ground. And the Scorpion player actually needs to play, like, Court Games or For Shame or something here. And that could get Voice of Honor. I mean, it's not a value Voice of Honor. And I think you're going to have Voice of Honor online next turn with Brash Samurai.
Oh, Assassinate.
That's spicy. I think that's actually pretty good in this board state's position as well.
Yeah, it's not that at all, I think. And we're just going to see a pass from Rudo here.
Yeah, and You get 2 honor back from the 2 double honor leaving play next turn. I think that was a pretty decent assassination. And next turn, you're just going to like attack with the Brash Samurai and just have an honor, or even ooh.
Drops Fumiki down. Okay.
Are we going to see like the Scorpion player can't afford to play like he has to have a big conflict character here. He can't afford to play a big event because Voice of Honor is online, and we know the Crane player has a Voice of Honor in his hand. Oh, if this actually breaks, he's on Stronghold next turn. I've completely blanked on that. He's already broken 2.
Yeah, this will put him on the Stronghold. It is Rally, so it'll, it might be a little bit.
A court games is actually enough here to prevent the break. A court games or a Way of the Scorpion is enough to prevent the break. Oh, there's Kachiko.
Kachiko, okay.
Right.
Well, not much you can you can.
Yeah,
do here.
yeah. I mean, it's just you go like, oh, well, shit, right?
It's like surprise.
And it's not really a surprise. It's like, I think, I mean, you forced a Kachiko with 1 fate, and that's his only Kachiko. I think you're okay with this because you're up on fate. You're up on board ish next turn. You're up honor.
The one problem though is that now he's not going to have any honor characters left, and also
he doesn't have favor. Yeah, that is true. I think you just pitch Yoshi now. You just get rid of Yoshi. You can't. I mean, I think having Yoshi showing here forced that Kachiko played. I think you definitely should probably pitch Yoshi here.
Yeah. Oh no, he didn't. He didn't get rid of Yoshi. He flipped another Yoshi.
Well, cool.
Meanwhile, for Rudo, he's got this Ignoble Enforcers coming out.
I think that's sort of like teetering on risky territory.
What if you play the Enforcers?
Yeah. I mean, not if he has duty, obviously, but like going down low on honor against Crane is not really it's not great. Also, going first here with a fate on the watering has to be feeling good, right?
Right.
And you do see here that this play from Scorpion King strongly suggests to me that he hasn't found the duty yet. He only triggers the ability twice on Ignoble Enforcers, right? He's a bit scared of the dishonor here.
Sure.
I might have played the Cautious Scout. Cautious Scout is great. Alright, ooh, and the reverse. And the reverse bid. Oh wow, I think Crane might be in trouble here.
Yeah, this is a little scary. So as it's a 5-2 bid, which puts legostreck down to 4 honor.
Yeah, I think definitely the Crane player is in danger territory now because of Kachiko and favorable ground could easily mean unopposed. And that's scary here. Unopposed airing, but of course you do have first conflict here, so you do get to do the water ring here with the fate on. So you could actually bow out Kachiko before she gets to do anything.
Interesting that he plays the finger jit on the savvy politician. I guess he wants to protect her from assassination. If that's a lot.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think you should probably try and hit Manicure Gardens again, and try and just bow out this Kachiko. I mean, the Scorpion player, I don't think he has the last Way of the Scorpion. He might have the last Forged. It's going to be interesting for sure. So I'm guessing we're going to see a military water on Manicured here with the Challenger. Easily defended by enforcers, to be honest. But I think that's fine, because he's actually outside of... Oh, airing. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with the airing
Yeah, I
here.
think going air here kind of sounds like a... It seems like a very panicked play, right? You saw the bid drop, he's like, oh my god, my honor's so low against Scorpion, I need to do something. So, he might just be going air, so that way he can prevent that line of play from Scorpion.
Yeah.
But at the same time, water just seems like so much value right now.
Yeah. Trying to force a water out would be amazing here. You can bow out Cunning, you can bow out Kachiko. Both great targets. How many souls does Scorpion King run?
Scorpion's on two soul beyond reproach.
Yeah, this Kachiko is going to be big in next conflict. There's no way he doesn't have like court games and souls in his hand right now.
Yeah. Okay. He defends with the normal enforcers. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what the enforcers are there to be. Just a big old block of stat.
Yeah.
So might as well go ahead and put your best statty character into the conflict. Well, obviously besides Kachiko.
Yeah, I'm still a bit baffled by not going water here.
Alright, so we see the Leko coming down the Cloud line.
Are we going to see a cancel for this? No, we do not.
I don't really see the point. I mean, there's two favorable grounds showing. Oh, there's another Cloud line. that works too.
I mean, I think you're okay with this as the Crane player. You just have to stop yourself from getting completely dishonored out before you get sort of like the guests and stuff in play, because there's no more Kachiko after this round.
Yeah, she will be gone.
And there will be no more. So you just have to find your... you just have to find some honor gain. And you just have to live off that. I mean, this Brass Samurai can probably be a bit of a nice buffer here. Just putting you out of immediate, oh god, no, I'm going to get dishonored mode.
Yeah, the other good thing about the Brass Samurai is that he's instantly going to turn on Voice of Honor for legostreck too.
Yeah. Do you just defend here with the Brash? I think that's a decent thing to do. You've already wasted your... Oh no, you defend with Sever Politician. Makes sense, okay. Because Finger of Jade prevents you from getting sent home. I guess. I think the Crane player needs the... another Steward here. Like another Steward...
Another Fury, jeez.
Wow.
So that's all three of the Furies. Fury, of course, still online right now.
Oh, this means 100% that we're going to see Soul Beyond. 100%. And he uses the Kachiko to send Savvy home first. I think this is a mistake. You just toss the Finger of Jade, and if you have a For Shame, you For Shame this Kachiko. Because that's the last Forged Edict. There's no more cancels. There's no more cancel for the Scorpion player.
Yeah, and I don't think oh no, only one For Shame has been used by the Crane, so
Yeah. You definitely get rid of this Finger of Jade. Alright, sure. Your Savage Politician would probably get assassinated, but that's fine. You get to bow out the Kachiko. You prevent the break. You might even force him to move in like a Cunning Magistrate or something, and then you just drop in like a Steward. Oh man. Yes! Does he have the For Shame? He need. No! He uses the Mannequin Garden! No! Oh! My heart!
This is unfortunate.
My heart!
This is really unfortunate, I think. But actually, I think if you're Scorpion, you don't even want this to break. I think you're totally fine just going to Manicure Garden over and over and over again.
Oh, but my heart, like... Oh.
But, yeah, it looks like... Here's
your
no voice to cancel that either, and now even if he defends with his Brash Samurai in a future conflict or attacks with the Brash Samurai, it's not gonna. Voice is still gonna because of this Honor Kachiko.
Oh no! All right, I'm going to assume he didn't have the For Shame. Oh wow, this is all kinds of shades of awful.
Yeah, and so that water ring is actually going to go off here. It's going to bow probably Fumiki or the samurai.
No, the samurai, 100%. You don't want him to gain the honor drip.
Yeah. Well, actually, you can you can restand the Indomitable Fortress too if you want to.
Oh, that's a good point. I think that might actually be the best option. Yeah, it is the best option. Wow. Yeah. You save the brash samurai now for defense, 100%. You attack with Fumiki. I think you definitely have to attack though. I'd go fire or earth actually. No, I'd go void. I'll take it. Oh, I'd go void here because that prevents. That allows you to have a decent board for next turn yourself, right?
Yeah, void is fine. But looks like he's gonna go fire. With fire, he's looking to probably honor the savvy politician, so that way he has 2 honor characters for next turn.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. I forgot about savvy. Oh, admit defeat. That's actually pretty big. He doesn't have a cancel.
Yeah, so that's gonna get bad.
Does he?
Time.
Does he move in the? He has to move in the magistrate. Like Sinus Soshi's not enough.
No. But if he moves in the magistrate, he gets bowed with a crane box. So.
Oh yeah, but he only has a. Yeah, that's true. I think this is Crane winning this conflict. Oh, that's going to be big. Like, do you honor Savvy? Do you honor Challenger, or do you just honor Fumiki just to have a bit of an honor buffer?
I think you honor the Challenger. If she's gonna be clouded, at least make her a 5/5.
Yeah, but I'm a bit of a chicken shit at heart. I would definitely honor the Fumiki and just try and have a more of a honor buffer against Scorpion.
So 7 cards in hand for Scorpion right now. I'm trying to think of what he could possibly have. We already see. Yeah, we saw the 2 way the Scorpions come down. Pass. Okay.
A court games would do it. Court games and Sinister would be enough. I think he might have wanted to draw out more cards from the Crane player, but that ended up being a mistake. All right, let's see if you or me is correct here. You or I.
Yeah. Well, he's really thinking about he's going for the Challenger here.
Okay, so he goes for the long-term play instead of the short-term. Okay, now the problem is Scorpion actually had to actually find a new province here, and we all know some of these Crane provinces can be quite deadly.
Yeah, I think he's actually just going to probably pass the Challenger here. If he attacks, especially with 2 Yoshi showing, if he attacks and
he ties favorites. Oh, he actually attacks. I'm guessing he's just gonna move out the Cunning Magistrate and still be up on favor. But I think you definitely just defend here with Brash, honor Brash, and feel like, all right, I'm up 1 honor, I'm good, right?
Man, it's so tempting to not though, because you have these 2. You have both these Yoshi showing. Feast or Famine comes out. Oh my god.
No, you definitely you have to defend this. You have to defend this. You can't force him. Yeah, there we go. You defend, you honor. Boom. You're safe for next round. Also, this is a void ring. Oh, you don't want to get voided here.
Well, you're gonna get voided because of the Sinister Social.
Oh, whatever. Like. You gain an extra honor then. No big deal. I guess. Kind of a big deal. I mean, you do have a bunch of fate here. Do you have anything you can drop? Yep, Steward.
The law comes out.
I guess we're gonna see an assassinate here.
But if no, well, I wouldn't go for the assassinate here because he has 3 honor characters right now.
Ah.
If he goes for assassinate, it's just gonna get voiced.
Voice of honor.
Voice has not been used yet.
Yeah, that's true. And he probably sits on more than 1 by this point. I guess you just bugger off with the magistrate and stand for favor?
Yeah, I think that's fine. You can't dishonor anybody here, so
I mean, you can remove the honor from
you
the
can remove the
brash,
honor from the brash samurai.
but that requires
which-
actually the last way of the scorpion.
That is correct. Yeah, he can't use force shame here. Oh, he used bonsai. We'll see if the voice comes out in the bonsai. He does. Okay, that doesn't seem great. I don't like using the voice there. I mean, obviously, I guess you want to save yourself from getting voided, but
But he could have had the, like, for shame, right? That would have been much better. Let him use the bonsai than for shaming down the.
well, he can't for shame here because it's not occurred here.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, this collector just came in.
Steward. You mean the steward of the law is a.
Oh no. Yeah. The crane can do it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the scorpion.
Right, this is actually a big. This is there's only one possible conflict character left in the Scorpion player side.
Yeah, it is a cunning magistrate, which is not the best thing in the world against crane. Interesting, he opts to go for the challenger there. I guess stats is more important than this savvy politician's ability.
I mean, especially since it's already fired. Like, the ability is already fired, it's already spent.
Yes, that turn, but then it's going to be around next turn.
Oh yeah, but it has to get dishonored and then re-honored again. In order to...
That is true, yes.
To double trigger. Okay, he has to pitch the Yoshis now. Like, he can't keep both of them. He has to get rid of at least one. This is getting ridiculous.
I would just go ahead and pitch both of them, honestly.
Yeah. I think both of them is definitely the correct choice here to pitch.
I think you're holding on to a dream at this point.
The dream. Oh, I kept both of them.
And he flipped the guest to honor. Wow, what a fortunate turn of events.
Oh my god, a guest of honor, Mia Mystic combo, and no Shigenya on the Scorpion player side. Oh wow. We're living in magical Christmas crane land now.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing for Rudo is that, his hand size isn't... it's not like he's sitting on 15 cards that he just can't play.
I mean,
he's probably bidding one here anyway.
Yeah, but now the Scorpion player is sitting on 5 cards that he can't play. Oh, the double buy from Alibi Artist here suggests that the Scorpion player is probably gonna bid a 5 here. I think the correct bid for the Crane player here is 2.
He goes for 3 instead.
Alright. Cool.
So dishonor pressure's gone.
Yeah, and they're pretty much equal on cards now, except Crane can just say, screw you, to all the cards that Scorpion player wants to play, for at least one conflict.
Chad asking if the Crane is on Scorpion Splash. No, the Crane is on Dragon Splash.
Yeah, and have you seen all 3 Furies by now? Yes, we have.
All 3 Furies are gone.
And both let goes.
Both let goes are gone.
I don't think it would have been a miss here to play the Mystic. Like, did he get Passing Fate for just playing Guest of Honor? Yes, he did. Okay.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Does Scorpion player run Ambush? I'm always a bit skittish when I see Aramora showing.
This one does not run Ambush. Two cards that we haven't seen from Scorpion yet, though. One, we haven't seen Mark of Shame.
Alright.
And 2, we haven't seen Noble Sacrifice.
That is true. But we still have Voice of Honor online. And there it is! There it is!
The Cursed Magistrate Station.
Oh, and defending with Guest of Honor here suggests that he has a Way of the Crane in his hand. Yes! I am completely unbiased, by the way, everyone.
Yeah, and so one thing I want to go back to is when he broke that manicured garden. I still think that was actually a mistake. I don't know if you should have pushed for that or not. Just because I don't see what it gets you other than this possibly happening to you right here, where this magistrate station comes out, and now you are in a world
of hurt. Yes, a fantastic, glorious world of hurt. Alright. Wave the crane. Let's see it. Wave the crane.
Yeah.
Come
All
on.
three of the edicts are gone, by the way, for those of you who are just tuning in. So the way of the crane cannot be canceled.
Wave the crane. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I actually don't know if he has it.
Come on!
Which is bizarre, right? So like if he didn't have it, then he doesn't have it.
I mean, watering here?
Yeah, I guess you can just go ahead and do political water and go ahead and slam into restand the guest to honor and have it ready for your military attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think the crane player might possibly even be sitting here on a for shame to defend against this ignoble enforcer as well.
And he's going hard. He's going for a break here. Sending in the savvy politician too.
Yeah. He's basically trying to, I guess, force the Scorpion player to favorable ground in. How much conflict characters does the crane have left? One steward?
He has
one steward, one
One
Fumiki?
steward and one Fumiki.
Okay, that's fair.
So Court Games comes out now to honor this alibi artist, which is going to turn off voice on.
But there's still no fate worse than death here, at least. So that's good.
He didn't go water. He went earth.
Oh, that's a wasted voice.
Yeah, you're not breaking here. And that Court Games is kind of low impact.
Yeah.
Unless he has the second voice, but he's what? He's got.
Alright, so now he's breaking, but he can just move in the ignoble enforcers and then not be breaking.
Yeah, but the problem with moving ignoble enforcers in is that you leave yourself open for an attack from the Steward of Law.
Yeah, but like there's what?
Well, that's actually going to be it's going to be the Steward of Law and the savvy politician because of magistrate state.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's still not enough to break militarily. You need a pump, an extra pump for that. Yeah, I disagree with that voice. Oh.
Soul beyond reproach on the ignoble enforcers.
Is that all the souls?
That's both souls, yes. He's on 2 souls.
Okay.
It's interesting that he decided to use it on the enforcers here.
Afraid of assassination, maybe? Assassination is open again.
Sure, but...
Yes! There it is! He did have it! He did have it, yes! Alright, so, voice is online again, and we have an honored guest of honor with a magistrate station showing. Okay.
This actually might be bad though. Unless he has the other voice, he might actually be able to get noble sacrificed here. Oh no, he can't. He doesn't have a fate.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough fate for that.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, he hasn't used Manic Garden yet.
Oh shit. Yeah. Whoops. Yep.
So he has to have. So he has 4 cards left in hand. Legostreck does. If one of them is not voiced, then he might be in a little bit of trouble. Calling in favors takes the fan.
Alright, that's fine. So, Nova Sack Mark of Shame combo is gone now. Not breaking again, though. And that's it. He doesn't have another political pump to break. Scorpion still holding on. Scorpion still holding on.
He is going to get this Earth Ring off, though.
Yeah, that's going to be fairly large. Earthring is pretty big here. You go to 6-5 cards. Yeah, that's going to be pretty big. You have to be a bit careful here, though. If you actually get the favor and start to bring out Yoshi next turn, you can actually deck yourself pretty quickly. That's something you have to keep in mind very much here.
So we see a pass from Legostreck.
And Scorpion King is just thinking very hard about this.
An assassination discards the Steward of Law.
Now he can double draw.
Yeah, so the assassination will go through here.
Yeah,
both alibi artists used. That's great.
Yeah.
He might want to wait until after this Earth Ring, though.
Or maybe he just wants to dig for answers now. Interesting. Manifestation gets used right now.
I think he just wanted to burn an action just to see if he did anything or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're correct. So he gets a double trigger alibi artist, and next turn he gets a double trigger alibi artist. He also gets a trigger box this turn. Yeah, card advantage is going back into Scorpion player's hands quickly. Is that the last assassination?
He played Fumiki. Okay, so that's actually pretty good because now he can't. The assassination already came out, so Fumiki's safe right now.
Yeah, he gets to choose either to move in the Ignoble Enforcers and prevent this break, or eat the break. Actually, Abanza wins him the game here if he doesn't move in the Enforcers and attacks with Enforcers.
Yes, I don't think he's gonna attack.
You never know.
Okay, he found an Ornate Fan. That's actually gonna save the conflict for now.
Yeah, you should have bought the Mere Mystic. Never mind that he's on Zero Fate now and couldn't have done what he did. But I think you take the card swing here.
For shame, comes down on the alibi artist.
That's enough to break.
Yeah, that's enough to break. He can. I guess he doesn't need a Fumiki right now, but
yeah, he doesn't have court games, because that's been voiced. He can't soul beyond reproach, but his 2 souls are gone. A second fan, but then you get bowed by Fumiki. Oh, I think the Crane player is pushing for a win this game. Like this round even. Like, of course he's pushing for a win this game. Duh. But like he's actually pushing for a win this particular round. Alright, so waste an action just to steal an honor. Bows.
okay.
I think that might have been premature. You're still willing and breaking. You could have waited for the now he can move in Enforcers and put a fan on the Enforcers.
No, I don't think he's gonna do that. I think he's just gonna save the Enforcers for the guest attack.
Okay, yeah, okay, I can see that. Oh man, he really needs to find... Like, he really needs to buy Yoshi next turn. Like, if he...
Actually, I think if I was Rudo, I probably would have... Oh, I guess it doesn't matter if you use the favorable ground then or not.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you could have moved the alibi artist up before I got bowed by Fumiki, but
there
he moves it in.
I told you that's what's gonna happen. He just wants to prevent the breaks. What you go for it? Oh, you definitely go for an unopposed void here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You get rid of one of... You get rid... You actually... I think you actually... Oh, you get rid of a Cunning Magistrate. The last conflict character is gone. The Scorpion player plays on board now. 100%. What do you remove? Do you remove an alibi artist to get rid of cards? Do you remove enforcers to get rid of stats?
I remove this enforcers because it's honor, and I don't want some nonsense with markers, noble sacrifice coming up.
Okay, that's fair. You have a good point.
Without hesitation.
Yeah, okay. I'm maybe thinking too much into this.
Yeah, and so finally, leaving this Yoshi here for 10 years.
Yeah, but he can't really afford him now, can he? Like, that's it. Like,
I mean, you can just buy Yoshi, and I think that's enough. I don't think he needs to buy anything else.
Yeah, but like, there's still one cloud of mind. If the Scorpion player flips a Shugenya character this round.
Sure, but I think you.
Oh no!
You're forced to buy Yoshi here anyway, but I think you just buy him for the stats, and then you just you run into
Gosh, yeah, and you see the instantly this. Oh, that's the cloud behind. Oh, oh. Why? Why did this happen?
and so now Scorpion's actually gonna have to go ahead and start digging for stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're fine anyway, right? Because you can. I think Yoshi sticks no matter what, because if you're Scorpion, I think you're clouding Guest. I don't think you cloud Yoshi in this situation.
Okay, maybe. I can see that. Yeah, this Scorpion player doesn't really have a good turn coming up for him, I don't think. Are you afraid here to bid 5 as the Crane player? What do you bid?
Care.
4? 3?
I think I go for the win this turn, honestly.
I think I bid 4. Especially if he...
Safe. If he buys the Blackmail... Oh, no, he does buy a Blackmail Artist. Okay. So, yeah, I bid probably 3.
Yeah, 3 is, I think, okay.
3 safe.
Alright, 2.
You still have the storehouse, too.
And he bids 2. I think that's fine.
Yeah, you're gonna draw cards with Yoshi anyway. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. No, you're not gonna draw any cards with Yoshi. Yoshi's gonna get clouded.
No, he's gonna cloud the Guest of Honor.
No, he's gonna cloud Yoshi. Watch me. I'm going to be correct in this.
I don't know. He's sitting on 9 cards in hand. One of these cards prevents you from playing any of your cards, and the other one just draws the other guy cards.
I mean, he might still have like a couple of attachments. We only seen 1 katana, 1 fan, so he could have, what is it? 1 more katana, 2 more fans. Is it? Am I wrong?
Let's see. Yeah, he could still have 2 katanas and 1 fan.
2 katanas and 1 fan. Okay. Yeah. Yoshi on military. I'm not sure I agree, because this is going to get scuffed by Sinister Shoshi just lowering Yoshi down to 0, and then you don't have enough to break because the Alibi Artist is going to defend. I mean, I guess it forces the Alibi Artist to... No, not the Alibi Artist, the Blackmail Artist to defend. Well, shoot, this is a big game. This is Sweden versus Greece in the World Cup top 4, and if Sweden loses, Sweden are out. Alright, so first action is Sinister Shoshi to get rid of some stats of Kakita Yoshi. I'm guessing we're gonna see Yoshi fire now.
Yeah.
And now you have to keep in mind, like, look at the conflict deck of the Crane player. That's 4 cards. He needs to win this turn or next turn, or he is dead.
Not totally dead. I mean, he can just keep on bidding 1 for 4 more turns at least. So.
Okay, that is somewhat true, but yeah.
And I mean, once you're at that part of at that point of your deck, you either have all the answers you need, or you're just not gonna find them ever, and you're just gonna lose. So.
Yeah.
There's no reason. Oh wow, he plays Assassination. Hello.
Yeah, it's win or die apparently. So we need to see a Banzai.
Yeah, he does still have 1 left in his deck, and he does still have 2 katanas. So there's a katana on the Guest of Honor.
That's not enough.
Yeah, the storehouse there is actually kind of blocking it.
Oh, that's an aggressive Guest of Honor right there.
Yeah, and there's nothing Rudo can really do about that.
Yeah, but here, keep in mind, like, it is actually impossible to break this turn for the... No, it is not, because Magistrate Station. Yes!
Yes, but, well, he's going to flip it to military anyway.
Yeah.
But, well, actually, that doesn't matter, because he only has dash characters on the board.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I completely blanked that Magistrate Station is a thing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, please, no.
I think we're about to see a fate worse death coming down here.
I think we're gonna see the last voice of honor.
Way of the Scorpion
Don't-
on Yoshi.
Don't voice of honor that. Don't voice of honor that.
Okay. Well, it's still breaking.
Yes.
So, interesting. Wait, why did you pick Yoshi there?
I don't know. I think it was just a bait. I don't know. Maybe this is like...
Yeah, Yoshi. I mean, Yoshi's already at 0, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm liking it. I think that was honestly just a pure bait to try and get the last voice out of the Crane player's hand, and he just realized that he fucked up.
Why would you not just voice the guest of honor?
What do you mean? Like the way of the Scorpion, the guest of honor? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah, I would definitely do that.
So picking Yoshi just seems...
Oh no, yeah. He's throwing. Hey, I'm sorry. Scorpion King, you're a very good player, but you're kind of a little bit throwing.
Yeah, and chess clock actually coming into play now. Leoneth points out. Rudo down to 3 minutes on his clock, so he needs to be a little careful here. He needs to pick up the pace.
Oh wow.
Fate
Famous Death. Voice, come on. Yes.
Yeah, there's the voice. Okay, so that's pretty much game right there.
Yeah, I think
so
that's
that
it.
Was definite mistake there from Rudo, choosing not to weigh the Scorpion the guest of honor.
Oh yeah, for sure. Is it even a possibility for another Way of the Crane, or is all Way of the Crane gone? There is actually
Way of the Crane. There's one.
Yeah,
left,
there's a possibility for another Way of the Crane. Yeah, but I think for sure Way of the Scorpion, the guest of honor here, was the 100% correct play, because that not only turns off voice, it also turns off Magistrate Station.
Yes. Obviously, if you had the other Way of the Crane, then there's nothing you can do about that. But either way...
I mean, that way you at least force him to have the Way of the Crane.
Yes, that was 100% the right play, but and he picked the wrong target. Assassination here to kill Fumiki.
I don't think that matters. You just defend the political conflict with the rival and then go in, guest of honor, and breaks. Actually, no, the guest of honor doesn't break politically if the Scorpion player has a court games, which I think the Scorpion player for sure does.
Alright, there's the Magistrate Station here. We're not going to see an attack from Rudo.
I think we might see an attack here from Rudo. One of them attacking. No, actually, yeah, one... I don't know, man. That's a double attack.
Both go in.
Oh wow! I defend here with the political rival. I'd definitely defend here with the political rival. Okay, so the Scorpion player lives this turn if he has exactly court games in his hand. I think he actually does exactly have court games in his hand. Because then you don't flip it and you get... Actually, there's 2 outs for the Crane player. 1 court games and 1 Way of the Crane. Never mind. I think the Scorpion player might just be in full tilt mode. I think Sweden is about to equalize top 4 World Cup.
Yeah, so the attack on Stronghold here is... Yeah, it's going to be strength 5.
In both.
That's
strength 5 in both. Yeah. And it is going to be the Void Ring, so it's going to try and kill off the entire Scorpion player's board. The Scorpion player is also down to 1 minute and 47 seconds. Which is plenty of time to, you know, just piss away by being indecisive. Excuse my language.
Alright, so we're going to see the Void Ring attack here. He's going to leave it on political. He has to survive here. He has no way to debuff on military.
Yeah, it looks like
defense.
Yeah.
Only 5 cards in hand. There's court games, yeah.
We do need to see a court games or a Way of the Crane from the Crane player. If we do see the Way of the Crane,
Yep.
All
And
right.
he has one of each, and so that's it. That's GG right there. It should be. I want to say
Yeah, I think so.
GG comes
Oh,
out,
GG
and
is
yeah.
called, and Sweden is still in it.
All right, so good stuff from legostreck there. He equalizes for Sweden.
Yeah. And now it's down to Daniel having the last, the last and final game. I think that's going to be Tuesday, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's gonna be. I guess Daniel Nicasios. Is that's
Yeah.
okay. So he's gonna be playing Phoenix against Enagon, who's normally a crab player who decided to play Crane in this this part of
Huh. Yeah. I know Daniel does not like Crane.
Yeah. Well, that should be a fun matchup for him. But this was definitely a really cool game. Very well played by both players, I think.
Oh yeah, that was a really cool game.
The that conflict right at the end might have sealed the deal for the Scorpion King, but I think regardless, he was close to losing on time. Either way, so
Yeah, I think if he survives this turn, he definitely dies on time next turn.
Enagon says he's playing Crab. It's just a mistake on the spreadsheet. I might not have refreshed my spreadsheet in a while. Let me see.
Oh. Okay. I think we're Sweden is slightly more happy with that. Slightly more happy with that. Oh man, this was
Oh
a
no, okay, no, it's not fixed on there. So yeah, it's just a mistake.
tense game.
Click on my list to see. Okay, yeah, it's a crap list.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I have
So yeah,
I have played Ennigon before. He's a very good crab player. It's not going to be easy for us. Definitely not.
yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that match for sure. But I guess for the time being, this one's over. Sweden stays alive.
Yeah.
And move forward. The Sluspelhag, is that right? And I don't know what the rest of this deck list says. Pa, or there's a PA with a circle on top of the A.
That's pronounced Po.
Poa.
Yeah.
And then RIKTIGT.
So basically it is slutspelsskägg for real. That's the meaning of it.
All right.
Thank you so much everyone that watched, and thank you so much Dan for coming on and co-commentating with me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was. It's always fun commentating with you, especially when Sweden's involved. You get very excited. So
Yeah.
I'm glad the home team won for you, and we'll see what happens when Game 3 happens.
Yeah. Have a nice evening everyone. I will close the stream and I'll see you all next time.